So we start with the bell, the famous bell, which lets us know that we're going to practice yoga. And then immediately, hopefully, there's a little bit of kind of memory in the body of like, oh yes, this is the moment where I can get into my body, get into my breath. Everything's going to be okay. Standing, feeling the feet on the ground, lifting the shoulders up, breathing in through the nostrils and out through the mouth. Release the shoulders. And again, breathing in. Squeeze those shoulders right up to the ears and out through the mouth. Let them drop heavily. And one more time, breathing in. And drop heavily. Enjoy that feeling. Let's take the right hand onto the left shoulder and sweep diagonally across to the right hip. 1, 2, 3. Left shoulder to right hip. Left hand to right shoulder. And we sweep 1, 2, 3 diagonally across the body. So let's just let's bring the feet into hips width apart if they're not there already. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Bring the hands together above the head. Turn the palms, and as you breathe out, the arms are coming down to the sides. We can continue like that. Make sure you open the hands up. So you're really, it's sort of twisting the arms, also helping to open the chest. Come up onto the toes. And on the out breath, coming down to the heels slowly and bringing the hands down to the ground. Just going to move back a little bit. So stay in frame, breathing in all the way up. Hands together, reach the fingers up, turn the palms and coming down. So we're really going to start by connecting this body and breath and flow. And how do I feel today? How is my energy? How is my emotional weather, if you like? Just noticing that, this is whatever comes up in the practice. It's not to be batted away, it's to be embraced and brought into acknowledgement, accepted and processed. This movement and breath. Everything is welcome in. Breathing in, breathing out one more time. Bring the hands down, bring the heels down to the ground. Feel that ground beneath the feet, that solidity and that stability. So then we're just going to bring the heels to the backside. Let's warm the legs up a little bit. Heels to the backside. Getting the legs moving. Getting them moving a little bit quicker as they warm up. Keep the chest open, shoulders down away from the ears. And then lifting the knees high. Keep breathing in and out through the nostrils. How does that feel? Can you feel your abdominals having to work a little bit to support the lower back? Breathe in and out through the nostrils. Feel that flow, energy, movement. And then we're going to take that leg out to the side, just to keep that whole hip joint, waking it up, waking the legs up. See how that feels. Keeping the body upright, keep lifting the chest. Breathe in and out through the nostrils. And let's warm up, lifting and opening, lifting and opening, lifting and opening up. Good. Great, good work. Keep breathing, don't forget to breathe. Very useful to breathe. Yes, it's the body's fuel. Keep it moving. Body loves to move. And that's just to release any surface tensions that are in the way, any kind of clagged or sticky emotions. Let's do the half breath. So feet hips width apart, lift the toes, place them down. Just enjoy the feet underneath you. Breathing in. Strong inhale, look up at the fingers and breathing out. Strong. Let it all out in one big projection. Throw it out into the ground. It's not going to do any harm. Going into the ground can transform that. Anything that's harsh, unwanted, any kind of negativity, any blockages, cobwebs, anything that's hanging around and won't shift. Trust that a few of these will clear the passages and allow fresh new energy to enter in. Last one, breathe in. Bright new energy. Good. And let's just finish with a little bit of, finish our limbering with some twists. So knees are bent, feet are maybe shoulder width or a bit wider apart. Let the arms swing round, nice and easy, but keep that uprightness in the spine. See if you can look right behind you, coming up onto the toe, keeping the knees really bendy and springy. So we get this feeling of flow, fluidity, loosening, yes, good. So we can enter into this flow. It's always there. Let the arms slowly come to a stop. Just enjoy that slow stop. And let's, again, free up that energy in the base of the spine. Any stickiness that's there, any holding of emotions in the base of the spine. We're just going to wake it up and say, hey, it's okay, you can move along now. Breathing in and out through the nostrils, encouraging that movement by taking the knuckles to the lower back. Rising up through the spine, letting it move, process, shift. Keep breathing to fuel that movement in and out through the nostrils. Okay. We'll just get a little more movement in this hip. Always feel this is a kind of fluid flow part of the body. So we're going to see if we can open that up a little bit, just by swinging it with the weight of the leg. So just do one more thing actually. So standing tall through the left foot, you can also, if you have a book or a block, I always use this big luminaries, it's very useful. Standing on that. You don't have to stand, it makes it easier. Taking the hands on the hips there. Standing tall through the left leg, so you can just let that right leg swing a little bit. If you haven't got a block, don't worry, or a book, or something that's stable that you can stand on. But this just, and if you can't do this now, try this another time. It's so effective at opening up that hip in a very simple way. Just using the weight of the leg and letting that leg swing back and forth. Maybe a challenge for the balance here sometimes. Good, just letting that swing. Instantly you'll feel taller, and it frees up that tricky psoas, which sometimes you may have heard of the psoas muscle. Very important muscle, sometimes called the muscle of the soul, actually, as well. There's a lot of emotional stuff in there. So we're going to stand on the other side now. So whether with or without a block or book or something to stand on, let the right leg now, whichever leg we didn't do, I think. Oh dear, yes, it's the left one. I thought that doesn't seem quite right. So whatever leg you didn't do first, do now. Letting that left leg, for me, just swing. So this is it's kind of gentle, you know, it's just letting the weight of the leg, really giving the weight of the leg in space. Letting it swing easily. Very nice for that hip joint. Does so much work. It's such an important area of the body. Okay, so now we're a bit more warmed up, a bit more freed up, hopefully. Let's come to the front of the mat. Let's come into some standing postures. Starting with triangle, Trikonasana. Feet hips width apart, lift the toes, place them down, lift the heels, place them down. So really placing the feet and feeling the ground. Weight onto the left foot, step back with the right. Right angles with the feet. Square the hips to the front, breathing in, lift the arms up. Lift the chest, breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the hands, open the chest wide, like a big smile. Breathing out, reaching over to your left as far as you can, then down. Unlock those knees if that's a habit. Reaching up to the ceiling with the right hand. So we need to just turn the chest towards the ceiling, turn the eyes towards the right hand if your neck is okay. Otherwise, if you're facing forward or down, really make sure that the neck is in line with the spine and not hanging. So you need to really keep both shoulders away from the ears, down away from the ears, unlock the knees, feel the feet on the ground. Let's really feel into Trikonasana, into this triangle. Good, expand. One more breath in and breath out. Use the inhale to come up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Bend into that right knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Take a moment to place the weight onto the right foot, step back with the left. Same distance with that left foot stepping back, square the hips, lift the chest, breathe in, lift even more. And breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest, hands facing forwards. Breathing out, reaching over to the right as far as you can, then down. Make contact with that leg. Reach up away with the left fingertips. Open the chest, drop the shoulders down away from the ears, neck is long. Turn your gaze towards those left fingertips. They're reaching all the time to the ceiling. Extending through the elbow. Feet are strong, but not gripping. Wiggle the toes to remind yourself not to grip with the feet. There may be some movement, maybe a little wobble. Sometimes that's okay. That's the body learning something. Good. So keep everything flowing, moving, by moving deeply with the breath. Keeping that chest open. Use the inhale to come up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Bend into the left knee. Bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Okay, take a moment to catch your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. We're going to step back into warrior one. So we step back with the right leg first of all. And it's a big step or a couple of steps. So just find their weight onto the left foot and take a big step back with the right foot. So we want to get both feet facing as much, well, left foot's pointing directly forwards, right foot as much as possible. Bring that right hip forward, left hip back. This is an important part. So think about the tailbone going down, strong belly. Breathing in, lift the arms up above the head. Space between the palms, like as if there was a football there. Shoulders down, breathe in. Lift the chest, breathing out, bending into that left knee. As that left knee goes forward, it just goes as far as just above, hovering above the ankle. Push back strongly into that right heel. Really feel the strength in that leg and that right buttock, that whole length. It's like you're pushing it into the ground. Look up at the space between the hands. See how that is for you. And you can stay looking up there if that feels okay. More of a challenge for your balance, of course. All the time, the shoulders are down, but the arms are extended. So your shoulders go down, but the chest lifts. Lots of mechanical things happening here. Pointing the tailbone down, strong belly, right hip forward. Push the right heel down. Left knee going in line with the toes. Shoulders down, chest lifted. So strong belly to support the back. Okay. Use the inhale to come up. Exhale, lower the arms down. And we're going to come into a forward bend over this extended leg. So make sure your knee is unlocked. Now you can take your hands to your lower back if you feel that you need support, or you can extend on the inhale. Exhaling, coming down, forward bending over the leg. Make contact with the ground. Again, you might need that little handy book or a cushion, or just come onto the fingertips. Bend that front knee as much as you need to do that as well. So whether that knee is bent or not does not matter. We want to lengthen that leg. So you push that big toe into the ground, looking at the toe. On the inhale, on the exhale, you feel that left hip reaching up, back up behind you. And the body's coming down towards this lovely long leg, extending both directions, extending. Breathe with this. Breathing in and breathing out, releasing. Without pushing, without forcing. Just seeing if there's a bit more space that's opening up for us, that the body is releasing, giving us more space, just becoming a bit more elastic, a bit more fluid. Now we're just going to bend that knee slightly. You can walk up the hands, up the leg to make it really easy to come up and step forward with the right foot. Nice and easy and graceful. Just feel both feet on the ground for a moment, steady. Weight on the right foot, big step back with the left. Great big step. Don't forget you can always widen that stance if it feels a little bit wobbly. Take that hips, so take the right hip back, left hip forward. Keep the position of the pelvis, don't forget, pointing the tailbone down, strong belly. Breathing in, lift the arms up the head again. Bring the hands together if you want to, see how that feels. Breathing in and breathing out, bending into that right knee. As the right knee goes forwards, don't forget at the same time, with the same emphasis, that left heel pushes back. So we're getting arms going up, shoulders down, right knee forward, left heel back. Everything is moving away from each other. If you could imagine, everything is moving away from the center. Fingers extending up. You can look up at the hands above the head there if you want to. The arms are slightly back, so try and get them out of your eye line if possible. Keep lifting the chest, strong in the belly. Good, breathe. Okay, breathing in, lifting up, straightening up the leg. Breathing out, the arms come down. Take hold of the back or extend up. Inhale, I'm going to bend over this leg. Soften the knee first of all, and then breathing out, coming down to the ground. Knee can be as bent as you need it to be to begin with. And then we're going to see about lengthening. It's not straightening, we're not pushing the knee back. It's very different. We push the big toe into the ground. Breathing in, breathing out, feel that right hip, that right sitting bone going back behind you. And the body's coming down towards this leg. So we're just feeling that lovely extension, lengthening. And your breath will be your best friend here. So breathe in deeply. Maybe even come away a little bit, then breathing out. Long, slow out breath through the nostrils. See if you can lengthen that out breath. See if there's a bit more space. Be interested and curious in what is happening. Good. Now we can bend that right knee. We can come back up, walk the hands up the leg, and step forward with the left foot. See how that feels for a moment. Lift the heels, place them down. Let's come into a ragdoll here. So, as always, bending the knees. It starts just by almost like sort of collapsing, imploding, knees bending. The chin comes down to the chest, the hands slide down the legs. And we're just going to give our back a nice rest here, letting the whole upper body from the waist upwards, all of the rest of that part of the body is hanging forwards, giving your full weight, allowing gravity to have an impact on this whole upper body. Out of the hips, this whole body is just hanging. Breathe in deeply through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Notice how it feels. How does it feel? Notice the release that is coming into the body. If your neck feels a bit stiff, you can always just turn the head side to side just to bring an extra bit of release and just to remind your neck to let go, particularly if it finds that difficult. Slowly with that. Let's take one more releasing breath. Breathe in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Now with the knees bent, lift from the base. Feel that lift first of all. It's coming from the base and it's traveling up. So see if you can feel each little individual vertebrae lifting one after the other, creating spaciousness in the whole spinal column, lifting up the chest till finally your head is up, shoulders are down. Everything is standing tall. Good. Okay. Balance. Warrior 3. It's a warm one. So bring the weight onto the left foot and take the weight into that foot. Get yourself really steady and stable and feel that have a little wiggle with that foot and feel all the parts of the foot that are in contact. So you really feel that you're spreading it out from the toes and the heel and not gripping. And then as you do that, start to feel the body's leaning forwards. And as the body's leaning forwards, let the leg also be part of that body. So it's all one long line. And to counterbalance that, we take the arms forwards. So you're trying to reach that, get that leg up high, but also trying to get the arms forwards. So extend, and this is the key part, extending the arms forward and extending the toe back. Your neck is in line with the arms, looking down at the ground there. Breathe deeply. It takes a lot of effort, this extension. This is really working so much of your body. Breathe. Breathe deeply. Stay in there if you can. One more breath in. And on the out breath, slowly lower that right leg down. It's a strong balance. It's going to feel hot. You're going to feel that real burning up whatever's there, creating some fluidity. Give the legs a shake just to ease that out. Take a moment there. Just lift the shoulders up. It's tough on the shoulders sometimes. Breathing into the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Okay, taking the weight to the right foot. So take time to spread that foot out. Feel it. As if you're feeling the ground with your hand. Your foot can be as dexterous if we develop that dexterity. A lot of it's just focusing on that. And then taking the weight of that left foot off the ground, extending that left leg back, keep in line with the body, keep the hips level, and extend the arms forwards. You could have the hands together, apart, however feels good to you. Pointing the toe, or you have the choice of pushing the heel if that feels more interesting for you. Extend. Really dare to lift that leg high and extend the arms forward. You can hold onto furniture if you feel like that you need that, or just want to find how the posture feels. Breathe. Breathe deeply. Dig deeply. Stay with it if you can. Good. One more breath in. And breathing out, lower that leg down. Again, give the legs a little shake. Let's bring some release into that by coming into a squat. Low down. Yeah, it's going to feel good after standing. So finding that position, making sure that if your heels aren't on the ground, if they're lifted, that you put something underneath them, okay? Let the hands come down onto the ground. Let the body come between the knees if you can do that, or you're working towards that. Let the head hang. Again, we're just letting the head hang. This is particularly good for the upper part of the back and the neck. In this position, it's really going to get some attention there. So increase that impact by breathing in deeply through the nostrils and sighing long out through the mouth. Relax the jaw and the mouth. Breathing in through the nostrils. Good. Slowly lift the head back up to center. Let's see if we can bring the hands together in front of the chest, and just, if your arms are through there, then see if you can press into the insides of those knees. This is definitely a hip opener there. Good. Pressing the hands together evenly, lifting the chest. Good. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Also a bit of balance involved here, keeping that steady. And release. Bring the hands to the ground. You're still there, you're still okay. Left hand on the ground, let's come into the twist. So as you breathe in, the fingertips are lifting up to the sky. Look up at that right hand. Open the chest, so the chest is looking up at the right hand as well as your eyes. And we're going to do these little wrist rotations. So rotating that wrist, imagine it's climbing up higher and higher as you rotate the wrist, watching that. Watching the movement of the body, just enjoying the movement of your own body, and then rotating it in the other direction. Big circles with those fingers, and bring it back down to the ground. Whole arm is spiraling back down to the ground. Left arm, or left fingertips, let's say, reaching up to the sky. Inhaling. And then rotate that left wrist again, watching it with your eyes, lifting, imagine the heart is pointing up to that hand as well. Going higher and higher and higher, and then we go rotate the other way around, and it's coming back down to the ground. The whole arm is involved as it comes back down to the ground. Take the weight into the hands so you can push up into ragdoll once more, but just briefly. Take a breath in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Good. And let's rebuild this. See if you can keep the knees bent the whole time. Leave the arms hanging. Leave the head heavy. Chin is on the chest. Slowly breathing in and out the whole time, slowly as you can. Come up slowly, breathing in and out the whole time, so just regenerating everything. Okay, so let's come into a wide leg. I'm going to open up between the shoulder blades, so feet are feet are wide, but they are parallel. Interlink the fingers behind the body. Breathing in, lift the chest, so we've got a lovely chest opening here. You can push the hands down if you want to behind you. Lift the chest, lift the eyes, and on the out breath, soften the knees slightly, bending forward, strong belly, strong back, straight back until the back won't be straight anymore, because the head's coming down towards the ground. And then the arms, once your back is far forward as it can go, then the arms can start coming over the head. And this is where we breathe again. How does this feel? This is really squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening the heart space. Good. Breathe deeply. Breathe into the chest. Breathing out. In and out through the nostrils. Just enjoy the slow release. The body is just letting you have a little bit more space, second by second. Now bring those hands, still interlinked, to the centre of the back.
Draw a little circle on the back, right in the middle of the spine there, just drawing that circle. Bringing ease and liveliness. And then we'll do circle in the opposite direction. And as it does that, imagine that's winding you back up so you unravel nice and easily, whatever feels nice for you. And just enjoying that feeling on your back. And just letting the hands go and bringing the feet together however they can go, giving the legs a little shake. So another balance, still with flow and movement. Okay, yes, we're good. Eagle, one of my favourites. So we're going to put the weight onto the left foot. Bend that left knee as much as you can. You're going to feel that in your thigh. You know, that's going to give you lots of work on that left thigh. And in that left buttock as well. So lift that right knee as high as you can, then place it over, really get that as far over the left thigh as you can. Keep that left knee bent, the standing leg. And the more you can bend it, the more you have a chance to tuck the toe behind the calf there. Still keeping the body upright. This is a challenging balance, as you can see. So we bring the left arm underneath and the right arm on top, get them crossed over, and then bring the hands together, palms together in front of the face. Lifting the chest, keeping the shoulders down. Good. Breathe, stay with it. Breathe. So we're going to come out of this by flying like an eagle. So we drop the hands down, breathing in. With the arms, and breathing out, lower the arms down. Good. Yeah, so squeezing together the thighs, it really helps as well. So bring the weight onto the right foot, bending down into that right knee. Lift the left leg up high. Get it right over the other thigh, right over as far as you can. Keep that standing knee bent and tuck that foot behind, or start working towards that. Squeeze the thighs together, that will really help your balance. So now we have the right arm underneath, left arm in above. Bend them over each other, and then bring the hands together in front of the eyes, right in front of the nose, right in front of the face. Keep your body upright, keep your chest lifted, keep those knees bent, squeeze the thighs together, breathe. Breathe deeply. Now use the inhale to drop the hands down, lifting up, lift the leg, unravel, and breathing out, flying like the eagle. Okay, let's give the legs a little shake. Like bending and twisting, it's a lot of work. So let's take a moment here now, just to come back into the heart, and our feeling, and our flow. Bring the hands together there. Check the feet to hips width apart, lift the toes, place them down. Lift the heels, place them down. Feel the ground, remind yourself of that ground, earth, embodiment. Breathe in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Hands in prayer position. Press the palms together evenly. Have that balanced, even feeling. Soft knees. Lift the chest towards the hands, shoulders down. Back of the neck is long. Chin is slightly tucked in. Lovely, open, upright, engaged posture. So from here, we're going to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathing out, drop those fingers down to the ground. Looking down, and as you breathe in again, open the palms up. We're going to reach up to the sky, look up to where they're going, bring the hands together above the head, and breathing out, the hands come back down to the heart center. This is very simple. This is mindful practice as well. Fingers come down to the ground. Breathing in all the way up. Opening up, drawing in. Feeling that flow of the breath in the body. Very simple. Noticing where the body might be tensing up. Keep the knees soft. Keep the feet flexible and open to the ground. Moving in time with your breath. Dropping the fingers down to the ground. Maybe watching your fingers as you breathe in, your arms come up, and you see the hands come together above the head. And breathing out, bringing them back to the heart center. How does your heart feel? What does it want to express? What is its unexpressed desire? What is it grateful for? So this is just connecting with that heart and having a moment just to listen to what's happening for you. Nothing is wrong, nothing is, there's no right way to do this. We're just listening. There may be some words, there may be some image, there may be something surprising, there may be something that needs some space, a bit of airing. What is my heart saying? What is the energy? What am I feeling here? And acknowledging it, whatever it is, and giving it light, energy, movement, and breath. Giving it some space. Last one, breathing in all the way up. Hands come together, draw that energy into the heart space, give it lots of space, whatever's there. Let the hands land there. Opening the heart, shoulders back and down. Close the eyes for a moment, feel, feel, feel. And what is there? Maybe you see something like an image, or maybe there's a word, or maybe there's a phrase. Maybe there's a sound or a smell. Whatever is there for you. How does it feel? Great, lovely. Drop the hands down. So in contrast to that, we're going to do something again strong with the legs. So where we are moving in the world, so we're going to come into a chair posture. Again, just check the feet, maybe just reconnect with the earth again. Lift the toes, place them down. Breathing in, lift the arms up above the head. Extend the arms up. In breath. Keep that back of the neck level. So think about, rather than looking up at the hands, keep the neck level with the arms. And as you breathe out, you're sitting back. Remember that chair that's behind you, that comfy chair? And as you sit back, your arms naturally come forward, and also the head or the neck is in line with those arms. Strong legs, strong thighs, strong belly. This is a strong one for the abdominals, really, you know. And that will help support. So keep this length in the arms and the body, extending into the fingers. Breathe. Let those legs get really strong. Breathe deeply, dig deeply. Come up on the inhale. Exhaling, lower the arms down. Good work. Let's lift the shoulders up and actually roll them back a little bit, because they're strong on the shoulders. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Just roll them back a few times, and then forwards a few times. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Good work. Okay. I'm going to come into a little bit of a sun salute, half sun salute. So coming again, checking your feet, hips width apart, parallel. Start with the hands at the heart center, lift the chest towards them, shoulders back. Breathe in. Breathing out. Put the hands down. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Bring the hands together, turn the palms. Breathing out, knees bend, fingertips come down to the ground. Breathing in, hands just below the knees. Straighten the arms, look forwards, the chest comes forwards and the shoulders go back. Breathing out, forward bend, look at the toes. Bend the knees a lot. Lift your eyes to the ceiling. Lift your hands to the ceiling. Lift your breath to the ceiling or sky. Breathing out, arms come down. Breathing in all the way up. Stretch up, breathing out all the way down. Knees are bent, fingertips touch the ground. Breathing in. Look forward, chest forward, breathing out, forward bend. Straight legs, remember. Bend the knees a lot more now so you can push up through your legs. Lift your eyes to the skies. Hands come together and arms come down. Try the way around. Breathing in all the way up. A little bit faster, breathing out. Fingertips come into the ground, knees bent. Breathing in, straighten up, look forwards. Forward bend on the out breath. Important thing here is to follow the breath. Bend the knees a lot. Breathing in all the way up. Breathing out, arms come down. Breathing in all the way up. Breathing out, bend knees, fingertips come to the ground. Breathing in all the way up, look up. Hands just below the knees there. Breathing out, forward bend. Straight legs, bend the knees a lot. Breathing in, push up through the feet. So lift up the fingers. Look up to the ceiling. Breathing out, arms come down. One more. Breathing in all the way up. Breathing out, arms coming down. Knees are bent, fingertips. Breathing in. Look forward, straight back, arms and legs. Breathing out, forward bend. Bend the knees a lot. Breathe in, look, lift your eyes, lift your hands, lift your breath. Hands together, breathing out, arms come down. Just take a moment to see how that feels for a second. Okay. So we're going to come into a forward bend. To come into a few practices down on the mat. So breathing in, lift the arms up, or if you prefer, hold on to your back as we come into a forward bend. Soften the knees slightly so we're not locking them. Remember, that's always a thing to watch out for. Breathing in and look up at the hands if you're lifting them, otherwise keep your head lifted. Breathing out, forward bending, strong legs, strong belly. Coming into that forward bend, fingertips touch the ground. Breathing in, come up on the fingertips, look forwards and forward bend. Remember in the forward bend, the key points. The eyes stay looking at the toes, not the knees. And also imagine there's a big eye here in the middle of the chest, wants to see the toes. So this has a feeling of the chest coming towards the feet and the tail lifting up to the sky, this lovely line of energy that we're focusing our attention on, rather than trying to get to the legs. That's not so fun. More interesting to feel that. And you'll feel that in those hamstrings. Hamstrings will engage. You also feel the thighs. So it's not just stretching or putting impact on the backs of the thighs, it's also strengthening the front of the thighs, the quads, and getting lots of length in the abdominals. Good. So we're going to come upon the fingertips again, breathe in. And on the out breath, we're going to take a big step back with the left foot this time. Normally you step back with the right, I've noticed. So we're going to step back with the left foot just for a change. So we can put the weight onto the right hand a bit more and step back a big step with the left foot. Come onto the hands there and just let the body rest on the right thigh, hands at either side of that right foot. But push that left heel back rather than having that leg just hanging there. More interesting to keep that real feeling of the right knee going forwards and the left heel going back. Unless that's too strong, you can always put the knee on the ground. It's still coming into this groin stretch here. So it's up to you there. Good. Now we're going to bring that left knee down, flatten the foot, come up into a high kneeling position. If that's a bit wobbly, you can widen the stance. Breathing in, lift the arms up above the head, palms together. Take the arms back and upwards, and then just take the hips forwards. So making a lovely crescent moon from the fingertip to the toes and expanding the chest, open the chest, how good that feels. Now bring the hands down to the ground, either side of that foot again. I'm going to step back with the right foot this time. So we're coming into a plank briefly. Good. Strong open shoulders, strong back, strong legs. Really push the heels back to get that engagement with the thighs. Now you can either bring your knees to the ground or you can lower yourself down with your arms on the front of the body, rest on the side of the head, let yourself relax for a second. Breathe in through the nostrils and out through the mouth. Release, let it all go. Okay. Let's try this little movement which I've called the jellyfish. I don't know why I called it that. I don't know if it really is like a jellyfish, but it's what I call it. So we extend the arms forwards and we're going to move the limbs in a cross-crawling position, which means opposite. So we can come onto your forehead if that's okay for you. And then as you breathe in, you're going to lift the right arm and left leg and then lower it down on the out breath. We're not just lifting, we're also extending away from the center. So left arm, right leg, pointing the toe, extending the left arm. So we really get this feeling of lengthening across the body in this lovely cross-lateral movement. Beautiful long diagonal across the body. Breathing in, going in time with your breath. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Just following this movement. Feeling the strength and fluidity of the body. This cross-lateral movement really good for focusing and coordinating, keeping the mind focused so it can't wander off and do mischief like it likes to. One more each side, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. Really supporting the body with that breath. So now we're going to just slide the hands back, push into the hands and sit back into the heels. Let that go really deep into that lovely swan position, bringing the forehead to the ground. Extend the fingers forward so get a lovely opening in the length of the back and the spine. Get some freedom there. Gets a bit of restoration. Breathe in deeply through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Lovely. Good. So we're going to come into downward dog briefly. So keeping the hands where they are, extended out to the front. Come up onto the hands and knees. Breathing in, tuck the toes under. I'm going to move forward a little bit. And breathing out, lift the knees off the ground and come into this downward dog. Don't forget to keep that tummy tucked in. Keep the spine really long, pushing back through the hands. You can have the heels lifted. That's more important we get the back nice and long first of all. And then you might want to start bringing the heels down gradually. Strong thighs. They're engaged. And then we're going to take a step forward with the left foot. So take the weight onto the right hand and right foot. This is a good advice. Forget about the left hand. Try and just get onto the fingertips there. So you have space to step forward. And we're now in this lunge position on the other side. Good. So pushing that right heel back this time. Good, okay. Now bring the right knee down. Coming up to a high kneel. Breathing in, lift the arms above the head, palms together. They're going back behind you. And as you breathe out, the hips are coming forward. So we get this lovely crescent moon from there. If you see that lovely line from the fingertips to the toe, lovely crescent moon shape. Open the chest, shoulders back. Good. Now we're going to hit the hands to the ground. We're going to tuck that toe under, lift the knee off the ground. I'm going to step forward with the right foot. So put more weight into the left hand so you've got space to step forward. Good. Now we're just going to bring the bottom of the ground. So you might want to take the hands behind you just to catch yourself. Extend the legs out in front. Good. So let's just come into a seated forward bend. We did a standing forward bend, so it's interesting sometimes to follow that with a seated forward bend to notice the difference. Of course, when you're on the ground, we have the benefit of the support of the ground. But when we're standing, we have the benefit of gravity. So it's different, but it's the same body position. So help yourself first of all by taking the fleshy part back, bring the legs together so they're right up against each other and the toes towards the ceiling. Immediately we're going to breathe in, lift the arms up, look up at the back of the hands and just watching the hands as they come forward on the out breath, reaching forwards with the chest. The arms are there, but they're not the thing reaching. It's the chest that's reaching forwards. The chest again, same as when we were doing the standing forward bend. The chest is coming forward towards the toes and the tailbone is going back behind you. Feel this lovely line of energy. It's very different to kind of just collapsing onto your legs, looking at your knees. We look to the toes. And just try that to see how that feels, the difference. That's one thing. This is what we're really looking for. And if you feel that you're always getting into a battle with yourself in this posture, it's not easy, then close your eyes. Try that. Maybe just give that a try, closing your eyes, taking the chest towards the toes, coming away a little bit on the inhale and breathing out. It's like taking the chest forwards. The whole rib cage comes forwards. So we have to lengthen in the waist there. Shoulders back, relaxed. There's no kind of hunching. We want to keep the shoulders down away from the ears all the time. Good. Hands can be on the legs or on the ground, whichever feels better for you. And breathe. Long out breath. Big in breath, so you have a long, slow out breath. Squeeze the breath out. Remember, you're bringing that belly button back towards, as if it's going squeezing back towards the back of the body, towards the spine. So we're going to just walk the hands back up the leg, make it nice and easy. Then we give a stretch up, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, and then breathing out, take the hands behind you. And you can either come into this hip lift, lifting the whole body in a straight line, or you can bend the knees, put the feet on the ground, lift yourself up into tabletop, or you can keep the bottom of the ground, lifting the chest. So we're just doing the opposite movement. So we're doing a counter pose, if you like. So choose which feels good for you today. Good. Breathe once you're there. One more Full breath in and releasing down on the out breath. Good. Just hug the knees for a moment. Let's just come into this little cosmic egg. So first of all, we're going to come into just a relaxed, easeful position for the back. Round the back and hug the knees. Bring the face down to the kneecaps. Breathe in through the nostrils. And sigh out through the mouth. Release everything. And then we're going to just do this cosmic egg, which I love so much. So again, we've come from the curved back to open chest, shoulders back. So we have to use the abdominals, use the spine. Sitting tall, bringing the chest towards the legs and bringing the legs towards the chest. And then just coming up onto the toes, tippy toes, and see if we can balance on the sitting bones. Good. See how that feels, this little cosmic egg. Keeping those shoulders back, neck is in line with the spine. Chin's tucked in slightly. Good. And release. Slide the legs forwards. Extend the fingers towards the toes. Let's slide down slowly, breathing in and out the whole time. Slowly laying the body down in your own time, but see if you can just keep breathing out, in and out, just to soften this movement and take the tension out of it, so that when you're lying down, it feels so releasing to let go of everything for a moment. Lying just for a moment, letting the arms fall away to the sides, palms facing the ceiling, let the legs fall away to the sides. Letting the back of the neck get nice and long. Take a deep breath in through the nostrils. Close the eyes, sigh out through the mouth. How does that feel? Feel the ground, how good the ground feels beneath the body. Maybe just have a little wriggle on the ground as well, just to sort of feel the parts of the body that are in contact. Maybe move the back so it's kind of moving away and moving towards. Have a little explore, maybe bend the knees so the full back can be on the ground. Just have a little bit of a feel, as if your back is feeling the mat. And the back of the shoulders, just and slide the legs away again. Let's give ourselves a full extension. Take the arms above the head, bring the legs together, point the toes, extend the fingers away, breathe in, and breathing out, push the heels away. So the legs really have been worked a lot today. Front and back of the legs, breathing in. As you point the toes, breathing out as you push the heels away. Really feel that. All the abdominals that have been working as well, getting a good bit of tension, a bit of extension. Good. Opening the chest, everything is getting engaged here, in your breath, in your body. Feel that aliveness, how good that feels. And then we just relax the legs, relax the arms, let the elbows bend a little bit. Good. Breathing in through the nostrils. And on the out breath, also through the nostrils, lift the fingers up to the ceiling and the fingertips are going to land on the ground either side of the body. So the lift is coming from the fingertips, even the fingernails, make it even easier. Inhaling, the arms come above the head. Exhaling slowly and smoothly. So remember, this is a great little practice to do at home. Lovely one to do either at the beginning or end of the day. Just laying your body down and moving the arms with the breath. It's immediately going to steady and slow everything down. Breathing on its own, unless you're really used to it, it's not an easy thing to remember. And if your breath is very short or you're very tense, it can sometimes feel even harder. But moving your body in time with your breath, really, it's just a perfect match. When you really connect with your body, with your flow, with your breath, with your life, with your energy, and with your emotions. So this is very simple. There can be a lot going on. We pay attention to keeping this coordinated and even and smooth and steady. And then if we want to do something a bit more, we can notice the pause at the end of the in-breath and at the end of the out-breath. Just letting ourselves rest in that tiny moment. So as the hands are either side, just neither breathing in or out and then just breathing in again. So it's not pushing that, it's not holding the breath, it's just seeing if there's a moment of suspension, this lovely kind of space, this pause, and breathing out. The next time you find your arms either side of the body, just let them rest there. And we just bend that left knee, bring it into the body, take the hand around it. Bend the right knee, bring it into the body, take the hands around that. And we'll rock gently side to side. Okay, and we're here there. Have a little bit of movement. Enjoy the freedom you're giving to your lower back, lumbar region, back of the pelvis, and just let's have a little rock around. Let's draw some circles. It's easing out any tension. It's also, easing out some tension in the abdominals as well, and the belly. So breathing in, taking the knees away, drawing this big circle, breathing out as you draw the knees into the body. Breath is nice and easy. Breath and body speaking to each other, coordinating. We can just do this without the hands if you want to, maybe change direction. Or keep hold of the knees, whatever feels good. You can try that and then see, oh yeah, it's maybe a slight change. It feels different, maybe a bit more effort. Maybe I can feel certain things more. And you can also close your eyes if you want to try that. It's always a good thing to try. Notice the difference. How does it feel different when we switch that very strong sense, strong visual? Hug the knees once more. Extend the legs up to the ceiling, extend the arms. So bringing a bit of ease into those legs that have worked so hard. And let's rotate the wrists and ankles all at the same time. Both directions. Yeah, feel that movement and flow. Is that energy moving and flowing? Are you feeling the breath flowing? How is your emotional weather now? Notice how the body's feeling. Give the knees a little squeeze in again. And let's just put the soles of the feet back on the floor. A little bit of distance away from the buttocks. And maybe some distance between the feet. Maybe as wide as the mat. My favourite line twist. Take the arms out to the side, palms flat down. As you breathe in, just breathe in. Feel the back on the ground, just enjoy your back on the ground. And as you breathe out, let the knees move. Let your knees fall down to the left and let your head go over to the right. As you breathe in, lift the knees to centre, lift the head to centre. As you breathe out, knees go down to the right, head goes right over to the left, looking down that left arm. We're just moving with the breath, inhaling, lifting the knees, lifting the head. Exhaling, knees go to one direction, head goes to the other direction. Just enjoy this lovely spinal twist. Again, this is a fantastic takeaway. If you're thinking, oh, what things can I do on my own practice? This is a fantastic thing to do. You can even do this in bed, you can do this in bed. But you can have a mat on the ground, so whenever you feel like you have a moment, just lay on the ground. That's number one top tip. Number two is do spinal twists because it feels good and it also connects you to your breath because breathing and moving, we're less likely to do yourself any harm as well. Just something simple like this, breathing and moving, no pushing, no forcing. Just listening to the breath, listening to the body, noticing the shifts and changes that happen in the universe of ourselves, just noticing that. When we pay attention, just everything becomes wondrous, really. That's why everybody wants our attention. Everything and everybody, it's why it's so valuable. Bringing the knees to centre. If you feel you want another squeeze of the knees, you can. But otherwise, you can just either let the legs slide out. But if you prefer, don't forget, you can always, if you feel like, I want to bring some ease into my legs, give them a rest, particularly this time of day or later in the day, you can get the legs up against the wall or you can prop them up on a chair or some furniture, and that feels very restful. So choose whether you want Shavasana or legs up the wall or on furniture. We're going to come into a brief relaxation. So let the arms fall away from the body. Choose the position of your legs. Make sure the back of the neck is long. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath into the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. And just let everything go. Feel the flow of your breath. Feel the flow of the energy and the emotions in your body. Noticing how you feel now. Letting the breath just be easy. Letting the breath and the body just be one harmonious flow. Feel the body sinking into the ground. Feel the flow of the earth energy taking you into that earth. Just feeling, paying attention. Feeling your body, feeling the support of the ground, feeling the flow of the breath. The eyes closed, you're in an internal space, dark space. Imagine just floating, your consciousness is floating in space, dark space, with pinpricks of light that are stars. The starlight holding you, this beautiful light suspended space, ever expanding. Millions and millions of stars. Millions and millions of stars around you. Millions of stars within you. Knowing that you are also starlight. So the chime of the bell marks the end of the relaxation. Really give yourself time to very slowly transition. Just keeping maybe a sense of that relaxed state, carrying that into the rest of your day. So just acknowledging it and seeing how that feels. So before you become completely external, just noticing and acknowledging. And then gradually deepening your breath and moving your body. Yeah. Moving the hands and feet, arms and legs, moving the body gradually. Breathing deeper. Maybe hugging the knees or giving yourself a full stretch on the ground. Maybe rolling onto your side. Finding whatever feels good to you. Just moving. Easy. Make it easy. Take your time. Taking your time. Resting on your side if that feels good. Taking your time to slowly move in the easiest way up to seated. And slowly letting the eyes open, looking around, noting what time of day, where we are, what we're doing. Just looking at your body, acknowledging this body, giving it a little bit of attention, rubbing the arms and legs, looking at your surfaces, feeling your surfaces, whatever the surfaces are like, just enjoying that touch and a bit of appreciation for this body in this life. Good. Rubbing the palms together, creating a bit of heat and energy between the palms of the hands, giving it your full attention and making that really a hot fire. So I'm going to bring that hot fire to the heart center. Close the eyes, take the focus inwards for the last moment here. And bring to mind your Sankalpa, loving thought, prayer, whatever you want to call this intention, promise. So many different definitions, but basically it's something that, you know, you really have a strong intention to bring to reality. And imagine that it's already there, whatever it is you desire, wish for yourself, want to manifest. So create that sentence, positively framed, say it to yourself, allow it to go deep into your heart, give it your full heart power, fire, energy, attention. Breath, flow. Good. Thank you so much. Namaste. Good practice. Thank you so much.